Hey guys, thank you for joining the B.A.M show. I'm here with Mr. Mango. We're going to be talking about finances and relationships today. What's going on, Mr. Mango?
What it do? What it do? I'm gonna stop being an idiot at some point in my life. But what's going on?
Nothing much. We'll go ahead and read the three topics that we're going to be talking about today. We have one topic is how can love survive financial hardship, and are men being judged by their bank accounts instead of their character, and does it make a difference of who brings in the most income? All right. So also, before we get into that, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Kaepernick situation. Now, if you don't know, Kaepernick is the guy who played professional football for San Francisco 49ers. He no longer is playing for the 49ers. All last season, he was taking a knee during the national anthem. And the reason why he was doing that was because, you know, all the police killings and, stuff that was going on against African Americans. And that is still going on. So we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about that just to get things started. What are your thoughts on the fact that Colin Kaepernick has not got a job in the NFL yet, despite being, a good quarterback, not a decent quarterback, but a good one.
Well, on the grand scheme of things, I hope this opened up folks' eyes. Um, as long as we participate in other people's things, we always have to ask permission to participate in other people's things. You see what I'm saying? I hope it opened people's eyes. You got murderers, rapists, killers. You got drug dealers, wife beaters. You got all them folks ain't got a problem getting a job. This dude
Yeah.
took a knee, and then I watched some of the comments when they talk about him on Facebook or when every article I watch folks talk about this dude like he slapped everybody in America's mamas. They talking
Yeah.
about like he the scum of the earth, and I'm like, really? Bringing awareness? Oh, he did it the wrong way. Well, what's the right way to bring awareness to the issue like that? He should do something in the
Right.
sides. What's the right way? And I'm like, um, people suck, man. People suck. They just want you to shut up, throw the ball. Shut up and throw the ball. Just call it like it is. He getting blackballed because of his position. Call it
Yeah.
like it is.
And the other thing is too, man. You got to think about how the media is like flipping it. The media is great at making you look crazy. So he's kneeing during the national anthem for this, the police brutality and all of that. But they're focusing on the fact that he's kneeling during the flag, and a lot of Americans get very upset because they look at it as a sign of disrespect to all our veterans that went and died, over that flag. So, but if people just don't look at it like that and just look at it for why he's doing it. He only kneeled during the flag just to get people's attention. So when they came to him and they was like, "Say, hey, so why didn't you stand for the flag?" That was his time to where he came in and he was like, "All right, I'm doing it because of this. We need to address this. This has been going on
N-
for a
let,
long
me,
time."
let me ask this question. Does the color guard come out during the national anthem?
What's the color guard?
Color guard is a group of military or anybody who come and I got the baby face today, smoother than the baby face. The color
Yeah.
guard is when I was in ROTC, right? I was the American flag. We come out the national anthem of the high school football game. Um, do they present the flag during the national anthem of an NFL game? Because he did it during the national anthem. So Ricky saying yes, it does. They do have the flag, but my point is simply this: why is it that there are things in this country that is beyond reproach? We can never say nothing negative about the police. We can never say nothing negative about the military. We can never say nothing negative about those things. They're sacred, okay?
Yeah.
And yet, there is real quick before this lady, this Australian white lady, she was shot. When you look at these cases of all the people that Colin Kaepernick's talking about, the first thing that they do is bring up criminal records of the people that was murdered. Bring up all the bad stuff that they can bring up about them. And then it let people feel like, well, he deserved to get shot. Okay? Mm-hmm. In this instance, same police officer shot a citizen. But in this instance, they flip it on the cop. I wonder if it has something to do with being a blonde, pretty, white lady. Somebody's quit over this. The commissioners quit over that lady getting shot. Ain't nobody quit over one of us getting gunned down.
Yeah. They celebrated, actually.
And then you read some of these comments, people say, that's why y'all get treated like y'all do. People, there's some real hateful people out there in the world. And all I gotta say is, why we still playing, what's going on, sexy? Why we still playing in the NFL when we got the money and the talent and the resources to have our own league?
Yeah. It's fair. I believe it's fair because even though a lot of the players have the money now, most of the NFL, because everybody on the team is not a star. Everybody on the team is not getting $10+ million. So a lot of those people really worked hard to make it to the NFL, and it's almost like that guy at a job who's working so hard to get a raise, and he don't care if he has to turn on anybody just to get that raise. If he need to tell, he'll tell. I mean, it's the same way with.
All right. Then F them then. F them. Leave them where they at. Start a new league. You know how many people don't get drafted that could have been something?
Oh, yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Start a new league.
It's so many college teams, man. It's not, all of them are not going to make it to the NFL.
Yeah, start a new league. And leave the current talent where it's at. And start a new league. At the end of the day, if we start a new league, we're going to eventually start attracting the fans, because they're the ones who want to see good athletics. You remember what basketball used to look like back in the day? Okay? Yeah. You know, I'm just saying.
HBCU. Yeah.
But I wonder how many people who talk trash still got the NFL Sunday ticket on their direct TV.
Man, you know, I went the past couple of years like really not watching sports like that anyway.
Still gonna buy Madden. Still gonna buy Madden. How many of y'all still gonna buy Madden?
I got Madden last year.
Yeah. If you buy Madden, the NFL's getting paper. If you buy jersey, the NFL getting paper. If you buy something other than at the discount mall where it's bootleg anyway, the NFL's getting paper. Anywhere that their logo is, if you buy it, you support it.
Anybody who got a team or something on their, shirts or whatever, they got to get an NFL a piece of it.
You can rock something you already got in your closet. Stop buying, period.
Do you know those, when the Falcons were going to the Super Bowl, those guys that was on the curb selling Falcon shirts? Mm-hmm. A lot of them was getting in trouble because, they didn't have license to do that. Mm-hmm. They weren't licensed to do it.
We gonna go into a warehouse and print. That's how we roll. We can't make up nothing from scratch. We're gonna steal somebody else's. That's how we roll.
All right. So one quick question. The NFL hasn't started yet. Do you think he's gonna get picked up, or do you think he's not gonna get picked up, and people are still gonna watch and support the NFL, even though he didn't get picked up, and we know why he didn't get picked up?
Folks are still gonna watch the NFL. You got two type of people. Mm-hmm. Folks that look like me, You got the type that's not going to support because they believe in it, and you got the other type that going to support because they're a hypocrite. Most people are hypocrites. And then you got the Anglo-Saxons, the folks that don't look like me. Well, they don't like him anyway. They wish the league looked like Bill Romanowski and Brett Favre. That's what they wish the league looked like. So, they're not going to feel it. What's going on, Jamila? They're not going to feel it until they start, we collectively. If we stop buying Madden, because that's us buying Madden. We stop buying Madden, they'll feel it.
Yeah, just like they felt that when they start riding the bus. So let's guess we can go ahead and get
to the show.
Today's topic. Yeah, go ahead and start the show. Okay, the first topic is how can love survive financial hardship? You want to take this one first?
Well, I look at this question like this, because love itself, if it's love, then it can survive. There's no question. I think the question should be, how can a relationship survive financial hardship? Because then I would say, well, there was no love, because love would survive. It was a circumstantial relationship. I was with you because at that time my circumstances saw that being with you was good. Now that your paper is funny, or now that I got my degree, and now that I'm better now, I don't need you anymore. So a lot of people get together. I had a friend of mine. He was I would say about 10, maybe 15 years older than me. He was my manager at my first job. And then years later, after I moved up here, he told me him and his wife was breaking up. And I was like, yo, that was like a big deal to me, because like when I was a kid, when I was 16, y'all was the first couple that I knew that was grown outside of people that I met through family. This is my new grown people that I'm meeting in my life, And he was like, yo, we splitting up. And then he broke that down to me. He was like, sometimes people stay together because the circumstances keep them together. And then when their circumstances change, folks doing better, folks doing worse, you finally don't need that person no more. Then you start to look at things through a different perspective. So I say, if there's true love, genuine love, I believe that it'll survive all of it. Most marriages now are business mergers. Well, on a certain level, I believe it should be that way on a certain level.
Yeah, I think, man, how can a relationship survive financial hardship? I mean, it can, like you said, love, can help you overcome it. But it's also being strong at the same time. Like you two people can love each other, but if they don't have any faith that whatever plan that they have built is going to get them out of the woe that they're in at that present time, I mean, I don't think the love will help them if they don't even have any faith. So my thing is, it's hard on relationships. It's almost like, life, that's how life is. Life gives you, trials, like you're getting punched here and there, getting knocked down. And it's like in a relationship, the male, if the male is working and the wife can be working as well, but if things still are not going according to plan, like people can lose faith, like they can get distracted and just not believing what's gonna, what they already planned for is not gonna happen. And I think a lot of doubt and a lot of trials can like cloud. I mean, you can still love the person, but it's just those hard times can cloud situations. It can,
what I think also can be a factor in that equation when things get hard and you start to get wavery in your commitment to the relationship is who you look up to and who you discuss and talk to a lot of times family can be an additional problem in the relationship, whether it's, folks on their side or his side or her side that 100% never really got behind a relationship, and this is a perfect opportunity for me to speak some something in the ear. Might put a shirt on
my
you.
avatar, Sean.
I'm looking on the.
Oh, he talking about on the chat. Put a shirt on my avatar.
He got on the shirt. I think it's a tank top, muscle shirt.
It's a tank top. Yeah.
But yeah, family can be a major influence on weak-minded people in a relationship. And the reason why I say weak-minded people, because you can have, I sent you a happy birthday. Shout out to Ricky Gary. He turned 1,000 today.
Happy birthday.
He could be, it could be him who weak-minded and get influenced by friends and family that don't mean them no good, and it could be her that's weak-minded and get influenced by friends and family that don't mean them no good. So I think that could also be something that has to be looked at. I think, let me go back and read what if people take their vows seriously and not just reciting the words. I think the relationship would stand a better chance. Yeah. Most folks, especially folks who write their own vows, like, what, you gonna come up with something better? Really?
Nah, hey,
that's bogus.
To jump on that, what she said, I think people do need to be counseled before they get married.
Yeah.
I think everybody should do that. Like, that should be a prerequisite to have counseling before you get married. Like, really.
I agree with you. I agree with you not because the counseling is going to help them. No, I agree with you because it is until a lot of folks get married and have been married for a while that they learn what people or their partner really believe what marriage is supposed to be about. Some people, like for example, two so-called Christians get married, right? Well, one of them might believe a man should leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife, meaning, Mom, Dad, thank you for raising me, but I'm over here now, so step off, Or the other person might not think that, even though they both profess to be Christian, so it never was brought up. So I believe counsel sessions, so folks sitting down and really getting to the meat and potatoes on what you believe commitment is and what you believe, marriage is to you. A lot of folks don't know what the other person truly believes, this thing called marriage. A lot of these, especially young ladies, I'm just saying, they bought into this Cinderella cake and big day and spent all this money and you ain't got nothing to show for it, ceremony, and then, it don't last no time.
Yeah. Hey, and back to on top of the, like, surviving hardship, you really do got to believe in what you, the goal that you have for you and, either your wife or you, your whole family. Because I think, like I say, I have times where I may be like, damn, it's like fucking wheels, man. But then I'll catch myself and I will be like, I could be walking out the door and I see them sleeping and, and I'm just looking at, my family's comfortable. Like, we got a roof over our head, we eating, and I'm on my way to work. So I say to myself, yeah, okay, I'm going out the door to go fulfill, a good need. I'm going to work. I'm going to go, keep on chipping away at my goal to get my family to where I want us to be. Every day I'm chipping away at what I want to see one day, completed. So, I think you have to constantly remind yourself, and then having encouragement from your spouse as well is a plus.
Oh man, encouragement from your spouse is like, it's so awesome.
Yeah, to get that text saying, I love you, thank you, we really appreciate what you're doing, and just to get something like that, man, it puts the extra motivation behind you. Because I know with me, failure is definitely not an option. I'm already putting things in place to where, even in death, I'm gonna provide. That's why I'm definitely taking this insurance search seriously. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I'm definitely finna get ready to get some life insurance. Because I can be gone tomorrow, and then the little money that the money that I have saved up, that won't survive them until she can get things going. So I got to make sure I get, what I'm saying, everything in line. Definitely have a will and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm definitely taking the necessary steps to, for our family to survive the financial hardship and overcoming it and ultimately have the life that we feel we deserve.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, getting your papers in order, getting your house in order is a must. Not enough of us are doing that. Me being a notary, I've seen folks come through, and it's just be chaos. What they have to do after folks die, after mama done died, and it's like
Yeah.
6, 7 brothers and sisters, and it's like, oh my God, y'all came out the same vagina because y'all acting like straight up enemies right now,
Oh yeah,
and
about that money.
yeah, and I'm like, I got the mind of, you know what, I'm good. Y'all can have it. What I need to sign to release my rights. Um, Church people are the bane of X existence. We got an atheist in the building. Atheist in the building.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So hey, how, what did you want to go ahead and move on to the next
Oh
topic?
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I forgot to click the check marks. We done with
All right.
Colin. Okay. And yeah, we making good time.
All right.
We're making good time. Are men being judged by their bank account, or are they being judged by their character? What?
And before we start this, everybody who's watching, make sure to share and like and show
Yeah,
the channel support.
yeah. Share the video, damn it, and like it too. Shit. All I
Go
know
ahead.
is Friday when I go look at the analytics, I better see one more subscriber. That's all I know. Anyway, are men being judged by their bank accounts or character? Um, Personally, I think it's hard for a lot of people to look past a man's income potential or what he's producing. And I think if that bank account get large enough, I believe most people have a number. But I think if that bank account get large enough, some folks will overlook, like the level of overlooking people's flaws is increased by the size of their bank account. You know what I'm saying? The smaller your bank account, the largest your penis have to be, and all this other stuff. You see what I'm saying? So the
Yeah,
larger,
compensate.
yeah. How does one? I was listening to this song the other day by Chameleonaire. When he was rapping it, he was like, the girls say that I'm too cute. Well, that translates that I'm too rich, meaning, he got real cute when he got paper. You know what I'm saying? And so I think a lot of times, and I'm not saying everybody like this, we shouldn't have to say everybody. Anybody who believed that all people make blanket statements in 2017, they stupid, they slow, they ride a short bus. So I'm not going to ever say not everybody ever again while I do this show. But people need to understand that finance is important, but it's all about balance.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be an asshole, and you don't need to tolerate his assholishness because of his financial state where he's at. Your peace of mind, your safety, your health, your love, all that, your emotional state, all that is more important than his money.
That's what they say, Rick. Because when he got married, they said, "Oh, he got all those kids. He gonna be broke."
What they talking about?
I don't know who Ricky talking about. I don't know if he talking about himself or somebody else. But yeah, man, my thoughts on that. I would say majority of the women that's going out and seek, in search of a man, are looking at the bank account first. For the simple fact that when they was probably being raised, their mom was telling them that you want to get somebody who's going to be able to take care of you
Yeah, provide and all
and
that
provide.
crap.
So it takes money to take care of somebody and provide for
Hmm.
them. I think when you tell somebody to look for somebody that can take care of you, you also have to make sure that that person has good character. Like like for me, I paid attention to how my wife talked to her mom, and how respectful she was to people. Because you can get with somebody that's like a real rude, disrespectful person, and that can translate on you too because you're with that person. So it's like you're with someone who's nasty, and people are not going to want to hang around you because you're with that person that's a nasty mean person. And then it can also bring a lot of other downfalls to it as well. So I think when you tell a young or something to look for somebody who can provide for you, make sure that you have to help them understand, like, don't just because he's getting into a Lambo or something like that, you still
You
want to
get
make
into a
sure.
Lambo, you better watch out.
I mean, he could be a good person getting into the Lambo. You just want to
Not
make sure.
8 times out of 10, and I've done my own study, okay, and I'm lying. I ain't done no study. This is just my opinion that I'm pulling out my ass. The higher your income level, the greater chance. I'm talking about if you didn't inherit it, but you earned this, you made this money. The greater
Yeah.
chance of you having more character flaws. Okay, there's a tipping point. We live in a dog world. Okay, this world is cutthroat, it's ruthless. So for you to go out there and be successful in it, that means you had to say goodbye to some of the niceties of yourself. Okay, 9 times out of 10, if he's alpha money man and his paper is way up there, you better watch out for him. You need to be looking at his character with a magnifying glass.
Yeah, I think most of them, because they get to the point where some people become like they're always probably asking for something, or they just probably not good people, um, because they say birds of a feather flock together. So when people get a lot of money, sometimes they try to go hang with people who got a lot of money as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean there's that's out there as well.
Next thing you know, you find yourself in some ritual eating monkey brains, and yeah, you gotta be careful. That money. See, that's why it's a cap. I have a cap at how rich I want to be. I used to want all this money, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want this money problems. I don't think I want the problems that come with money up here, because
ABN.
I don't know. You like speaking in code. I don't know. Anyway, but
I don't know, man. I think I want to start building a platform that each of the generations after me can keep building upon. I think that's how the Bilderbergs or the Rockefellers got where they at, man. Like,
mm-hmm. Yeah, but them folks is cutthroat, ruthless, evil, wicked.
Yeah, they are.
That's what I'm saying. So if we're using them as a standard,
I don't know, man. I don't know them folks personally. You know what? Matter of fact, let me bring this up then, because who was that? Farrakhan who brought this up. I don't know which of the founding families that he was talking about, but he talked about how they came from illegal actions.
You talking about the Kennedys?
The Kennedys, yeah, that's right, the Kennedys. How they came from illegal actions,
yeah,
and they made put their money into the family to legalize their money. And he was like, that is like basically the same thing that Jay-Z did. Jay-Z went from selling drugs to legalizing his money, and it's like, the Kennedys, people look at black people a certain way when they do it, but they forget about how the families like Kennedys and all those other like real rich families, they did it as well.
The level of wealth we talking about, it's hard for that money to be clean money. It's very hard for that money to be clean money. Unless you invented something. Even Bill Gates ain't clean. I'm talking about before he got uber rich and start being part of the cabal to control the world. Before he became part of the Illuminati. When he was young Microsoft, Windows 95, Windows 98, XP, them years. Yeah. Even then he wasn't clean. You know, but he wasn't inherited in his family of generations of wicked people. You know, but once you get a certain level of wealth, man, it's hard to maintain. It's hard to maintain. Add some wings and the meat back there just like, no. Anyway, it's hard to maintain your good. It's simple. You know, for those, not everybody believes in scripture, and I can care less if they do or don't. But I turn to scripture quite frequently, and the Bible says it's harder for a camel, or it's easier for a camel to enter eye of a needle than for a wealthy man to enter into the kingdom. So that means most likely wealthy people, they lose their way on that journey to gain that wealth.
Yeah.
A lot of folks think it's impossible. It's not impossible because they don't know what a needle is. They think a needle and thread, and that's not what it's talking about. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, I know the Bible. They like to play with words a lot.
Well, no, it's an actual thing. In the city, what the shepherds would come in, or the travelers would come in, and there's a gate into the city that's called the needle. At least that's what they called, or that's how the translation came about. But there's a gate into the city, and that's what it was talking about. The camel got to get down on its knees in order to get into that gate. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I was growing up, I'm like, it's impossible. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of folks don't go deeper. Got to go deeper.
Yeah, man, it's that money situation, man. Because I mean, I got 3 girls, so of course I'm gonna tell them to get with somebody who got things established. But most of all, my main thing is gonna tell them is get yourself together before you try going to go find somebody to get things together with.
Let me ask you a question. Being a father of 3 girls, are you prepared to tell your daughters that you don't have to be with nobody because not every woman was meant to be with a man?
I don't know. Is that true?
I'm just saying, if everyone meant to be with a man, every time a girl is born, a boy will be born.
That goes back to the point when I say that's why it should be more than one.
I'm just saying. We're outnumbered. See, folks look at America, well, you got incarceration and the men, getting shot by the police. But in other countries, they're murdering girls like crazy. Abortion murder, because they find it's a girl, they killing them. In India, they was killing girls for a while. I don't know if they still doing it. In China, they aborting girls like crazy. Girls are conceived at a higher rate than boys are conceived.
I don't think it necessarily matters the sex. I think each sex, as they get older, they need to be taught to get themselves together first before they try to go get with somebody else.
Yeah, I agree with that. A moment ago, you were saying when they looking. I don't think they should be looking. Period. I think their focus should be building their life, and as you build your life, what's for you is going to appear. What's for you is going to come. You focus on building your life, they'll come. Build it, and they will come. Feel the dreams. Tell you one
thing, man. It is very difficult for people to focus on building their life and not try to go find somebody, because you got to be a special person to tune out what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
You got to be a special person. I mean, you see it on TV, you hear it on the radio, you see it with family. Like, it's all in your face, everybody all hugged up, but then when they go home, they're mad at each other. But you don't see that part.
Nope. Especially on Facebook. Folks be lying their ass off on Facebook. Folks' life be all beautiful and wonderful. Show all the good parts, and show the part where they got issues.
Yeah, and that's why I'm upset with a lot of men, man. I don't think a lot of men actually pull a young man to the side that's talking about getting married early and just like, hey, listen, I'm gonna sit you down and tell you what to expect, and you could just feel, you can make your decision then if you think you're prepared.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, stupid. I'm gonna tell him you stupid. You make a choice. This is a dumb choice. You gonna make the choice, but this is the dumb choice. I'm not gonna put it in his hands, so he gonna know that dumb choice, smart choice. All right.
Yeah, I don't had a couple of young ones on told already, man. They talking about getting married. I was like, man.
There is a queen for every king, but not every woman's a queen. Write that down. Stamp it. Copyright. All right. Holla.
To me, it's that not everybody is as ready as they think they are.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody is really ready. Like, I remember, I'm gonna say, were you one of those kids who couldn't wait to get grown? Who couldn't wait to be an adult? Because I remember myself saying that, like, damn, I can't wait till I get older. They tell me what to do.
I wasn't. I remember when I was young, when I was like in my middle school years, I said, I'm never leaving the house. I'm never going nowhere. Yo, it made sense for me to stay home. Yo, there's food here. I can sleep here. I have my Super Nintendo. What I'm going to leave the house for? Who wants to do that?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I couldn't wait to be grown, boy. Then when, that adulthood hit, it was like, damn.
No, I'm a grown person. No, I don't want this. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it no more.
Like, God, you back them 5 years that so I can start over. Damn. Well,
I knew sex was gonna respond to that. I just want to see. Not every man ain't no king. That's a double negative, ma'am.
Oh yeah.
So every man is a king according to your sentence.
Hey, so all right, so we're gonna move on to the next topic. So that was, are men being judged by their bank account or character? So we basically kind of came to the conclusion that is the bank account, but the character is something that should be checked out as well. Yeah. All right, so for the next one is
real quick. Just think how many things you think you would do if you had paper to do it. There's a lot of stuff we don't do because we don't have paper to deal with the aftermath of it. Okay? My character in particular, ain't a great character. I be good because I can't afford lawyers. I be good because I can't afford lawsuits. Okay? So if my bank account was massive, there's probably some things I would do that I probably shouldn't do. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's paper. Proceed.
Yeah. I think everybody's life would be different. They had a little bit more. They had like a lot more paper.
Yeah, money is like alcohol. The real you come out.
Every man living in a queendom stand. That should go with that queendom shit.
Yeah, that's where he live at. That's why he love it. He talk about it all the time.
All right, here we go. Does it make a difference of who brings in the most income? Hey,
does it make a difference to you, sir?
Well, it's not supposed to. No, it does not. Because when you get married, y'all incomes are merged. So there's not supposed to be my money. It's supposed to be our money. So it doesn't matter who brings in the most money because, the plan is for you and her to, create a life, comfortable for each other. It's not just, you making 50,000, I'm only making 30. Maybe you should stay at home so I could be making the most. Nah, I swear to God, I would not care if my wife makes more money than me. I would not care. I mean, I think that would be a great situation. I mean, it just does. It wouldn't bother me at all. I don't think it matters. I think it's a great thing for male and female to be bringing in. But if the female is bringing more than the male, it shouldn't be a problem. I think men who take that as an issue, it's because of the type of woman that they're with, because that woman may be throwing it up in their face that they're providing more than they is, and
men do that too. I think it also got to do with the way they were brought up, the way they were raised. A lot of people bring on the way they think about men and women roles in the relationship come from how they was raised and their unwillingness to live based off of what y'all want and not based off of what was put in y'all head by y'all parents. So I think that's a huge factor in the equation. But yeah, men throw it in the face too. Some women throw it in. I did it again. I said some. Women can throw it in their face. I think anybody who throws what they earn in your face regularly. The reason why I say regularly is because we liable to say anything when we mad once or twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But a regular reminder of this is what I'm doing, then we go back to the first question about whether or not love is in the relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think both will. Because I will be honest. I think if I bring it up, it's because of I would feel that the person is not being, appreciative. So I would be like, damn, do you know I was just in that hot ass sun? Like, sun just blazing on my goddamn back.
Uh-huh.
And I'm doing this for us.
And you light skinned.
Yeah. I mean, I'm turning into that burnt brass that they describe in the Bible. So, and I'm like, man, I'm busting my ass, man. Like, that's the only time I feel like I would bring it up. When I feel like you don't appreciate it, like, man, that shit, like, really gets up under my skin because, I mean, bruh.
At what point do you begin to communicate your feelings about that? When you upset or initially when it happens? Like, do you let it build up and then you go off? Or do you communicate like, I was thinking about how this behavior you do makes me feel. And while I'm out here working, trying to, provide for you guys, it makes me feel like I'm not appreciated. Do you ever, like, talk like that?
No, I think for me, it would be during that
moment of rage.
That conversation, yeah, and then I get that feeling like
Hulk smash. That moment of rage.
I'll tell you, man, because
Yo, try that. This makes me feel like this. The reason why I'm saying this is because that's how they communicate feelings.
That's why they need to legalize weed. Definitely at the pool.
If you have a problem with something, you know what? I was thinking about it, and when you do X, Y, and Z, it makes me feel like this, and I would appreciate it if we could do this differently. So start coming through, speaking through your feelings. It don't have to be genuine, like you really speaking through your feelings, but we playing chess. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to accomplish a goal, and the goal is getting her to stop doing that without raising my blood pressure. Okay, so this makes me feel like X, Y, and Z. Start speaking like that.
Hey, okay. So do you think, with the question being, does income matter? Can each, partner still have their own individual goals when they get married?
That's an interesting one right there. When you say goals, what are you talking about? Like, I want to have this business and I want to do this, I want to do that.
Yeah. Like, maybe one wants to, build a business, or one want to do something for poor people or something. Whatever each one goes or whatever.
Here's my opinion on that. If you have a goal, one, y'all need to hash that crap out before y'all get married. One, two, I think that whatever you're trying to do, if it's not the same thing as your partner trying to do, then it need to be something that complements what your partner trying to do. Because at the end of the day, one house can't have two directions. Okay? So if, for example, let's say while you working making the paper, she's learning a skill set that she can use to make paper to help the household that don't require her going out there and get a job, so allow her to still do some of the things that she does at home while you working. You have to think, how can I do something to complement the situation that's already there? You know, I have yet to talk about my situation. For the clock run out, I'm gonna do that now. The entirety of my relationship with my wife, I was out earned. Okay, and some radical stuff would have to take place for me to match her wages. Okay, it's not a problem for us because one, we knew what time it was going in. Two, we understand how much money do we really need? You know, some folks say, I need as much as I can get. Do you really? You know, if you live your life modestly, you know, and try to make smart decisions. I see you flexing your chest. Stop it. It's making me weird.
Hey, look, that's why I was laughing the first time, because I had just seen it on the thing.
I'm looking at the hangout, and I'm like, see your pocket twitch. And I'm like, stop. Anyway, so with us, because she works the job, the I gotta be here corporate America job, it allows me to do non-traditional methods of making money. And what I like about that is it's hard for people to figure out what your money is. People will look at it and base Magic Mike. People will look at it and try to figure out what your paper is, but they have no way of knowing what your paper is because you doing unconventional things. Don't get me wrong, it got its highs and it got its lows, but it gave me the flexibility to be able to go pick up the kid from school if I got to go do whatever I got to do, where we both not stuck at this corporate. I can help be a stress reliever if she's stressed out from her job, you know, because I don't have corporate America on my back. You know, I think in 2017, the two people that's choosing to spend the rest of their life together have to sit down and figure out what's best for them. And if it works for them, everybody around them need to say, you know what? If they like it, I love it. I ain't got nothing to say. You know, but too often times, folks want you to fit in this box of what they think your relationship's supposed to be. You know, now mind you, like I said, she out-earned me. She out-earned me. Okay? Now, imagine if the roles were reversed. And I ain't gonna put on blast what she make, but just imagine if the roles were reversed and I was making what y'all think she make. Okay, I'm gonna go by what y'all think she make. Do you think anybody would say anything to her about getting a job when the first baby came along?
Getting a job once the first baby
When Nate came.
Shit. No, not if you was making good money.
If I was making what y'all think she made, you think anybody would say anything about getting a job when Naomi came along?
No, I think it will boil down to how much that one person is making. Like, if that one person is not making good money, then people will be like, hey, you probably need to start working to help out. But if that, you know, the other person is probably making a decent wage, you know, shoot, that decent wage is probably taking care of everything. Mm-hmm. So,
and not working at, you know, not going in and clocking in somewhere, people put in their mind what they think I'm making, right?
I tell you what, that's the life.
They put in their mind what they think I'm making, and then, you know, they assume it's not as much as what it is, and that's when bugs start getting whispered in people's ears. You know, luckily, my wife is so awesome. You know, she knows what time it is and what's good for us, and what works for us, and what anybody may say to her, they really don't know the truth of our relationship.
Hey, did your wife get that present from me?
Huh?
I said, you mean the present I gave you to give to your wife? Did you give it to her for her birthday?
I don't remember. You know how long ago that was?
No, that was like her birthday was like a couple of months ago, right?
You talking about another one of your friends? Her birthday is December.
All right, I was just joking. So now I know her birthday is just
This is somebody else. They ain't talking about me. Cause I remember. I was getting ready to say, "Did your wife get the present I sent for her?" You know, shit. You know, hey, shit. You know.
Yeah, I heard the thing when you was like, "What the fuck you talking about?"
Yeah, I'm like, "What present?" Because I remember that shit. Anybody around here giving no presents to nobody around this bitch. Got me cussing. I tried to keep it clean all night. You got me cussing. Thanks.
Man, hey, but in this day and age, though, I don't think it really matters. Like I was saying, who bring the most money. I think it matters when two people get together and they're both bringing in their income. Because I'm telling you,
I don't think that matters either.
Man, no. What I'm saying is, like, as far as like people struggling, like if you got
if y'all struggling, yeah.
If you got 30 grand twice, that's $60,000.
Yeah, and that's also a next tax bracket that some folks don't understand.
Yeah, and that's you know what though, I couldn't believe that, but they consider middle class, I think like 50 grand. I think it's either 50 or 70 between there. Like they consider that middle class. I actually thought middle class was in the hundreds.
Now middle class has a range. You ever heard the term upper middle class and lower middle class? Middle class has a range. You're hitting the beginning of middle class, and upper middle class is like 150.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, man. I mean, I think you know what? To touch back on what you were saying about how people was raised, that's why it bothers probably so many men. So many men are raised to be the provider, and so many women are looking for that provider.
I disagree. And the reason why I say that, not to cut y'all to be rude, I apologize. Men aren't raised to be providers. Because if men were raised to be providers, you know what they be doing? They be providing. Men are raised to be sappy, emotional, egotistical, where, she making more money than me. Now people gonna talk about me. If men were raised to be providers, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Okay? They're raised right now, at least for the past, couple generations, to be crap. That's what men are raised to be. Trash.
Lately, the generations that have been raised, it's like, to me, I just say kids raising kids, or immature people raising kids.
The truth of the matter is, most of these issues, and I try not to be a male chauvinist pig, but I look at the numbers and especially for our people, okay? When you have mostly women raising young men, he's going to be this emotional wreck. That's what he's going to be, because where's he getting his example of how to be a man? He doesn't even know an alpha. How can he emulate an alpha? All he can emulate is Queen Bee.
Yeah, it's crazy. When you think about the lions, like the woman is hunting and the male is sitting back eating the food. So
that's not all he doing though.
He's still the alpha though.
That's not all he doing. Yeah, he doing the most important job. And that's why y'all sleep I'm protecting y'all from these hyenas because y'all got to sleep. It's my job to protect everybody. When you know y'all can handle it, I'm here to make sure the shit don't get a disaster. And I'm here to make more of me. Duplicates of me. Pew, 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 pew. There's another one. Here to make more of me.
Hey, you know the girl who played in the Fast and the Furious? That was Dom's girlfriend, the Mexican chick. I don't know if she's Mexican.
You talking about Michelle Rodriguez?
Yeah. It's a beautiful woman. But
really, you like her like that? I used to. My face got old looking. I don't like her no more. She got big teeth.
I just saw this movie on Amazon Prime that she was in. Funny, she's at the beginning of the movie playing a man, like for real. Like they covered her breast up, gave her a dick, everything, and
gave her a penis.
Yeah, like they showed her naked. Like she's really playing a man. And I was looking at it. I was like, damn, so I wonder how long they're going to do this. But what happened was she ended up getting captured, and her punishment was them turning her into a woman, which was easy, right? Because she's already a woman.
She could play herself.
Yeah. So I thought that shit was cool as hell. I was like, damn, like she did a decent job playing a man because she did the voice and all that shit. But then when they captured her, they turned her into a woman. And, you know, that's when they started showing her breasts and vagina and everything. And I was like, oh, they're doing...
They showed all of that on Netflix?
Well, they made her vagina real hairy, so you really couldn't see the clitoris. But they showed her breast, though.
Interesting.
What was the name of that movie?
I was just about to ask the same thing.
I need to go find
But that's some messed up... That's like, goes against the Geneva Convention. We're going to capture you and give you a sex change. That's messed up.
Yeah, that was fine. That was pretty fine. I was like, oh, that's cool. Okay.
That's cruel and unusual treatment, bro. I can just see it now. Just imagine you go off to fight some war and come back, Michelle.
Look, it's funny because she was an assassin. I mean, he was an assassin. When they first started, she was an assassin. And she just got switched. I was like, damn, that's fire. You definitely need to see that. I need to figure out. Well, when I go back on my Amazon, I'll pull that title. But yeah.
Is it a new or older movie?
It was 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. Might that sound like West Coast
production?
Hey, that was pretty good. I actually watched that whole thing. I was just I saw this other movie with. I guess I'm getting off topic. But yeah, you got anything else to add to the last topic?
Does it make a difference who bring home the income? I think it don't make a difference, but then it do make a difference. I think the number one, just the moral of the story of all of these questions about finances and relationships is
love.
Not even love, is taking the time to getting to know and understanding who you're choosing to marry and them doing the same for you. If y'all both have an understanding of each other, you can achieve great things or deal with great tragedies together because y'all understand and know each other. I think we need to spend more time doing that. Understanding and knowing one another, getting to know one, asking the real serious questions, paying attention to the real serious, and get past this lust thing that we do. We lust after each other for 6 months to a year, then everybody around us tell us we need to get married, or a baby come along and we get married, and then we get married. And I'm like, at what point do we take the time to seriously get to know fears and dreams and all of that stuff about our partner? And I think we need to spend more time doing that.
You know what else we need to spend time talking about?
What's that?
Ways to get the kids sleep so you can get it in.
Oh, that's easy. NyQuil.
Because I will tell you, when you have 3 kids, it is very difficult for all three of them.
Is it called The Assignment?
Oh, yeah. That's what I think it's called.
Yeah. Just for those.
That's what it is.
Here it is, right here, The Assignment. That looks like Sigourney Weaver in the face right there. But I'm wrong. That's not her. Anyway, but yeah, The Assignment. She's an assassin.
Yeah.
But there it is, right there. You know me. Any nudity, I'm in now.
Yeah, she did a decent job in that movie. It was a decent plot too. It's cool. What's well, I guess we only got like a few other people still watching. I was wanting to know what topics, because we're thinking about health tomorrow. You think health is a good topic, or do you think, topics as far as like
I really want to talk about that off the grid story.
Yeah.
I think those stories are interesting, and I think we need to know this stuff, man, because we keep depending that this thing that we live in, this construct, this society that we live in, gonna last forever. Every empire have fallen, okay, and they all lasted about this long. The United States of America is going past its expiration date.
Man, because I'm telling you, bro, when that really shocked me when I read that article. I was like, I can't believe this shit. Like, man, how did? Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a great topic right there to talk about that, because I don't think a lot of people know about that. I don't even think a lot of people believe you can live off the grid.
They wouldn't even get to know how to do it.
Yeah, because I don't know how to collect rainwater and like filter it to where you can drink it after that.
I'm pretty sure it's very easy. My problem would be, water pressure.
Oh yeah. It's not coming out fast.
You gotta understand, when you go to the Caribbean, if you ever go on a cruise or something, look at the houses. Every house got a big tank on the roof. Everybody collect rainwater.
Yeah.
Okay? Every house got a tank on the roof collecting rainwater. That's standard operating procedures. You can go, like in Jamaica, you can go to their version of Sam's, because they got one. And all they sell is these big old, whatever million-gallon tanks that folks put on the roof and collect rainwater.
Man, that shit fire.
Any other country, it's the United States of America. Any other country, especially like places like South Africa, this whole off-the-grid thing ain't nothing new. They not only got solar panels, but they got batteries and backups to where you're charging them where you got sunlight, so it got power at night. You got everything, man. We got everything. Well, see, here's a problem. If we do it, we got to do it the smart way. And that's, not everybody got to know. You don't be having folks over your house, man.
Yeah.
Don't do it in city limits.
Man, the story that I read, especially the one that's in Florida, nobody knew until the lady did an interview with a reporter.
See?
And as soon as she did that, those inspection people was at her property talking about how they gonna kick her off her property because she's not, living, within the rules. Yeah. She didn't have any utilities hooked up to her unit.
See? Yeah, but we're gonna say that for tomorrow. And and for everybody who watched Game of Thrones, I've downloaded next week's episode and Jon Snow arm get cuts off. I'm just saying.
I'm glad I don't watch that
show. Yo, last week some hackers released Game of Thrones early. So I watched it like Wednesday. And it came on Sunday night. And folks was like bugging because there are some people who spoiled it, like on the internet, and I'm like, man, that's messed up. I kept messing with Shayna, Like, yo, this happens. She's like, no, don't tell me. You know, but it doesn't happen. I was just messing with her when I told her all that stuff. But Jon Snow does lose an arm. I've seen it. But the episode's good, man. You got to get a Game of Thrones when you have free time. It's good.
I mean, what season? It's like season 6, ain't it?
7. I got every episode in my Plex library. One of these days, I'm gonna have to share it with you.
Damn, I'm too far behind.
It's only 10 episodes a season.
Oh,
HBO. Now these last 2 seasons got like 7 episodes.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna watch it again, I need to start over
From the beginning.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I may, because I may not want to see the dude who became king killed. Got his head chopped off.
Oh, the Hand of the King. That's the end of season 1.
Yeah, I don't think I want to see that shit. That shit pissed me off when that happened. Yeah.
Well, if that pissed you off, there's so much more shit that's gonna piss you off. They're not done with that family. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he sat there and didn't do shit.
Yeah.
He didn't even do nothing, but he didn't even stand up. That pissed me off. I was like, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch season 2. Start at season 2.
All right, everybody. Appreciate the ones who stuck around.
Yeah. Thank you.
Definitely see y'all tomorrow.
Anybody who plan on watching me game tonight, I'm gonna be playing Monkey City. I just thought I'd let you know. Monkey City tonight. I'm hooked on it, man. Monkey City got me being irresponsible with my life. But that's what I'm playing tonight.
I may peek in and check that out. But I know I played Plants vs. Zombie last week. And I was like, oh, this shit is cool.
Yeah, man, these tablet games, man. Monkey City got me.
Yeah, I'm going to peek in and check that out.
All right, then, people. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and make somebody subscribe. Grab their phone, go to YouTube, and hit the subscribe button on B.A.M Talk Spot YouTube channel.
Yeah, and then also, if you listen to this and then you got some criticism, post it. Post your criticism. We want to know what we're doing wrong so we can make it right.
I'm not emotionally prepared to receive criticism, so just only talk about him. All right, then. I'm Mr. Mango Head. I'm out. You ain't gonna say bye? You ain't gonna say bye? I'm just saying, I'm Mr. Mango Head. I'm out. You out.
Peace.
All right, then. Peace.
I know I did my head like that.
Oh, you not? Oh, you not?
I don't know why I nodded like you can hear it.